Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Technical Problems in Fata Morgana. I am your host. In the interim, my name is Yef. Alrighty then.
Welcome back, Orange Man.
I'm back, and I'm in. We are streamed.
Ooh, oh, that's loud. Oh, ooh.
Yeah, that's Fata, baby!
Yeah, I forgot it does this.
Let me just go ahead and reduce this by an amount of decibel.
Man, this girl is
I mean,
illuminated.
to be fair, I did have the stream volume at like 200 for the D&D stream music.
Yeah, that
Now,
makes sense.
it blew out my fucking ears. All
Wait,
right.
hold up a second. I'm gonna close this out again because currently it's
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, hi,
freezing up.
Rouge.
Yeah, it's Rouge the Bat. There she is. Yeah. Discord's
Yeah.
fucking freezing up right now.
Oh, is it?
yeah, it
For me it
is.
is. Yeah, for me it
Oh.
is. Mm-hmm.
Man, there's not enough shortcuts on this desktop.
Listen, I at least try to be somewhat conservative with the amount of things that are on my desktop.
Wait.
Thank you very much.
You need more.
Bone, I don't think you are the authority on shortcuts.
I believe in style.
I believe in a minimalism or only a couple.
I don't watch anything through desktop anyway, so.
Okay.
Wait, how do you live?
Quite
Oh.
easily, I can
Easily.
imagine.
With things you to the start menu.
Oh wait, that's right. We just clicked.
No,
We clicked fucking
yeah,
inspect memories for everything.
yeah. You got started.
Alrighty then. When was the last save actually?
Literally the last one that says new.
Is it a black?
It's
Dude.
been
Oh, damn.
it's been 5 months.
I was gonna say, it's been a few
God
months.
damn it.
Holy
You just
shit!
memories. Oh,
one
Jelly,
week.
no.
That's
Too
fine.
soon.
No, we can't use that joke.
No,
We
What
can't use
happened?
that joke.
we're not doing anything like that because we are gonna go ahead and get back into some good old fashioned The House in Fata Morgana 1 year earlier.
Elia.
Anyways, anybody
Yeah,
who
wait,
isn't
we-
gonna be talking,
Ellie April.
yes. So I believe this would be Mel talking.
I think it's Nelly, actually.
Alright.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
When you think of Paris, what comes to mind? Delicious French cuisine? Fancy decorated suites? Trend-setting fashion? There's all that and more. It's like a treasure chest overflowing with priceless wonders. Did I miss anything? Oh, I guess there are lots of historical landmarks too. But I could care less about boring stuff like that. I didn't want to go to Paris to feel like I was at school. I wanted to be wowed. The Chateau de Versailles. Nor how to say this word.
It's Versailles.
Versailles. The Chateau de Versailles I could make an exception for, though. But this was my first ever vacation without my mom. Just me and my friends, and I wanted to have as much fun as I could.
No, wait, she's British. She's British. She said mum.
Damn it.
It's always been English.
I wanted to go to a cafe. I wanted to get chocolate from a chocolatier. I wanted to use all the allowance I had saved up to show at the opera house. Oh. I had plans to keep me busy for days, and yet somehow...
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were testing.
Oh yeah, we were testing
we
every
were testing
voices.
audio right before the shit ended.
Yeah.
Hold up. Where's the actual?
Ah!
All right, hold up.
Configuration.
Config. All right, everybody gets quieter now. Okay, now do your interpretation.
Why did you have to run out of battery on me now, stupid phone? I was standing smack in the middle of a busy sidewalk all by myself. course, today would be the day I leave my charger in the hotel. And I can't find any phone booths either. I don't even remember any of their numbers. Why is it so much pain when your phone dies away from home? I was in Paris with a few of my friends for spring break. But we got separated. My phone was out of battery. So I had no way of getting in touch with them. I went into a bunch of different shops asking if I could borrow a charger. But they either said they were busy and sent me away, or only had an outlet to offer. And the worst was when they didn't speak English at all. Which was pretty disappointing. You'd think they'd at least speak the language in the fanciest shop in the city. Though maybe it wasn't fair to think the world revolved around me because I spoke English. But that's beside the point. So true. I was stranded in the middle of Paris, and nothing changed that. What was I going to do? Just go back to the hotel, maybe? If my stupid phone were working, I could have just met up somewhere, and this would all be over. But no, it just had to die on me. How did we even survive without phones before? Why'd you ruin my trip? Jeez.
I believe this is Joshua.
Is it? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Hello there. Is there anything I can help you with?
A stranger's talking to me. I must think of the prettiest thing in the world and acting all friendly trying to trick me to the car and send me away. Mom always told me to beware of the strange city man trying to talk to you. You won't fool me that easily. Nope. Not a problem in the world. I don't need anyone's help for anything, so go on, Anya.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, damn.
Look at the boy.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. Have a nice...
I need help. I need all the help in the world. I can't do anything without help.
God damn.
Wait, you do? Didn't you say you didn't?
No such thing. You must have misheard. So... Right, I would very much appreciate your help.
Okay.
No way. He's referring to the school next to mine. What gives? What is doing in Paris? What kind of crazy twist of fate is this? I love you, God. You made me think today was my unlucky day when it was really my super luckiest day. The second I saw him, I went stupid. He had the same soft flaxen hair color and gentle eyes as me. There was no way he wasn't my prince. Every day, on my way home from school, I would try and find him. A glimpse from behind or the side was enough to make my day. I first got sight of him just after I started secondary school. There was an event going on in a nearby school, and I happened to see a bunch of guys leaving. There's so many of them, but my gaze still gravitated towards one in particular. Him. And from that moment, he was my prince. My friends made fun of me for having a prince at 14. We're practically adults by now. But I didn't care what anyone said. He was my prince. And now for some reason, he was here in Paris and not at school in London. If this was a dream, I hoped I would never wake.
Sure, I'm happy to help. Anything you need, just ask.
He truly is a prince.
Huh? Did you say something?
No, not a thing. Don't worry about it. So, I got separated from my friends, but my phone's battery died and I didn't bring my charger.
That's rough. What kind of phone is it? I always carry a charger on me. I just need to know if it'll work.
Yeah, sure, here. When I needed my phone, our fingers brushed against each other for the briefest of moments. My face looked red in an instant, and I could feel my heart pounding in the back of my throat. Every day I'd wished I had the courage to talk to him after school, but I'd never managed to gather up enough to actually do it. Never in 1,000 years had I expected my dream come true on this trip, and for it to be him who talked to me first. The longer I gazed at him, the more handsome he seemed, and he was super kind to boot, the very image of a prince.
Oh, good. My charger should work with this. We should hopefully be able to turn it back on once it's been charging for a few minutes. Can I have a little space?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I did not get your head up to the clouds.
So you're Nelly, then. That's a cute name.
Cute? You just called me cute? I mean, yeah, I was cute, obviously, but hearing from him was another thing completely.
Are you alright? Your face is all red and you're trembling like crazy. Are you unwell?
No. I just felt better. I'm just, a little surprised, you know? I've had my eyes on you for so long. Working home from school every day.
Huh?
Oh, that makes me sound like I've been stalking you. No, I just mean I've seen you sometimes on the way home.
Oh, I see. Well, imagine that. I've spotted you a few times myself. Something about you just caught my eye.
Is he saying you fell in love with me at first sight and my love isn't unrequited? Just how long is this lucky streak going to last?
I don't mean that in a creepy way, I promise. It just... we have the same color hair, and I always get the strange feeling like we'd met somewhere before.
I wish you did mean it in a creepy way. I guess my love's back to being unrequited. I should have expected anything to go like a fairy tale. But he didn't know who I was. That almost pretty much makes it fate. I can use this chance to get closer to him. Then make my dream into reality.
So, are you really okay? You've been silently staring at me for a few minutes now.
Great.
If you say so. Oh, it turned on. You can call your friends now.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to call them. You'll wait here.
Yeah, sure. Is there any reason she can't do it here?
Hey, hiya. Yeah, my phone's battery died. I'm at the I'm at the Champs-Élysées. Not too far from the Arc de Triomphe. But we can meet pick up later? Why? Because, I'll tell you about it later, okay? Just have fun and don't worry about me for now. No, I'm fine. I'm not in trouble, I promise. Sorry to teach you like this. I'll go back in a bit. Bye.
Oh, welcome back. Does it look like you'll be able to meet up with your friends again?
Actually, it doesn't. Then I'm going on a tour, so they're busy with that right now. It's a pretty long one, too, so I'm stuck here all alone until it's done.
Wow. It wasn't very nice of them to go off without you, huh?
Yeah, aren't they the worst? I'm so sorry, guys.
Did they say what tour they were going on?
Huh? It was something about exploring ruins.
Oh, yeah. Seeing the major ruins around the city does seem like it'd take a long time.
Yeah, it will for sure. So, if you're not too busy,
Do you want to find somewhere we can sit down?
yes, I do.
That's the spirit. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name's Mel. I'm 17, and I go to a school not too far from you. Nice to meet you.
You already heard my name, but I'm Nelly. I'm 14 and I go to school not too far from yours. Mel. It's nice to meet you too.
Well, shall we?
I can't believe you said what I was going to first. I was right. He is a prince. It's the best thing ever. Until it just started.
Sorry to drag you so far out of the way. Everything's just so busy at this time of day. And anywhere that isn't packed isn't likely to let a couple of kids our age in.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm fine with anywhere. You don't have to go out your way to look for somewhere nice.
That makes things a lot easier, honestly. The girls in my class are always saying how you're only supposed to bring a girl to a nice fancy place when you take her out. And as much as I'd love to do that, it's a bit much to ask from a student, you know? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to start complaining at you.
Not me. I agree with you entirely. I'm not going to thank you pay for me or anything else. I've got plenty of allowance saved up. We can go half and half.
You sure about that? The girls in my class would have had a coronary if they heard that.
You're not one of those old-fashioned guys who thinks if it's a guy's responsibility to do everything. So if it were any other guy, I'd be totally in agreement with his classmates.
I really appreciate it. But at least let me take a bigger portion. I am older and have a job, even if it is part-time.
Oh, you do? Well, in that case, what do you do for work? I'm sure his job is as lovely as him. A waiter at a 3-star restaurant, perhaps?
I work at an antique shop. It's nice because it's so laid back.
That's not what I expected. But it's certainly unique, which is good. Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, hey, I think I see a cafe down there in the alley. That sign there looks the part. You see it?
Oh, yeah, I do. It does look like one. I don't have to get traffic that far out of the way.
Who knows? It could turn out to be a buried treasure. Let's check it out. This is less buried treasure.
And more just plain buried? The sign is open, but it looks dead. We stood before a lonely, weathered cafe. It was so sad, I wasn't sure if I could even be called a cafe anymore. If it could even be called a cafe anymore. It seemed like someone kept it clean at least, but it still looked like it could fall down at any second. Even the windows had turned cloudy. I hesitantly peeked through, and inside I saw young waiters gazing off into space. Alarm bells were going off in my head. And under any other circumstances, I would have turned back and gone somewhere else right there and there. But it did have one thing going for it. There were no customers at all. It would be beyond impossible to find any other establishment in Paris as empty as this one.
Maybe we should look for another place. As quiet as it looks, I'm sure you didn't come all the way to Paris just to go to a place like this.
I don't know. I think I'm okay with this. It could still turn out to be terrible, but at the same time, you're probably not going to find anything else quite like this in Paris.
Wow, well, alright. You're a lot more adventurous than I am.
Like, I'm not sure if adventurous is the right word. What would you think if I said it was because I really just wanted to be alone with him? Me too, my dear Nelly. He whispers into my ears as he lights another candle, brushing aside my hair with the back of his hand. It's because I just, really want to be alone with, huh?
Hey, Nelly, don't just stare at it. Let's go inside.
What? Hey, wait for me. Well, customers. When was the last time I had any of those? Good afternoon. Take it easy, do you like? I thought it was your job to expect customers.
It looks nicer on the inside than I expected. How about we get a window seat, since we can sit anywhere?
I was right. The cafe was much nicer on the inside than the exterior suggested. It was neat and tidy, and a pleasant aroma of coffee filled the air. The furnishings and decorations were a bit old-fashioned, but there was no hiding the fact it was dead. But it did have still have a kind of cozy atmosphere to it. Of course, I'm sure I only felt that way because I was with Mel. If I had been with friends, I probably would have been complaining so much that I couldn't find a single thing to like about this place. Mel courteously led me to a table by a window. What a wonderful, chivalrous gentleman he'd been raised as. The waiters came and took our orders as soon as we sat down. Mel asked for coffee and I asked for soda. I didn't bother to hide how not at all thrilled she was to have to work, but she wasn't rude or dismissive to us either. And once our drinks arrived, Mel and I started chatting. I could hardly believe this was our first time having a real conversation. It honestly felt like we'd known each other for ages. Oh, no, it's you.
Oh, wow. So this is your first time out of the country?
Yeah. Supposedly I went on a family vacation overseas once when I was a little baby, but I don't remember any of it. So I don't think it actually counts. It is my real first experience abroad. What about you, Mel? Do you travel much?
Not really, no. I'm more of an indoorsy guy who spends most of his time at home reading.
Oh, really? What brings you here to Paris then? A bit on vacation or something?
It's not really a vacation as much as a business trip, I guess. Remember I said I worked a part-time job at an antique shop. The owner hurt his back, and he sent me so the ticket didn't go to waste. I'm here to see a flea market taking place tomorrow, but I had a day off, so I was exploring the city, which is when I found you.
Oh, wow, you're here for work? That sounds rough.
Well, I mean, it barely even counts as work, really. I still can't tell junk from anything with value, so I'm really just shopping blind. I'm pretty sure the owner just didn't want the ticket to go to waste. So he figured it best to give it to someone who'd at least be able to enjoy the trip. He's a bit of an eccentric old man, but he means well and has a big heart. So I decided I'd take him up on his offer. It's not every day you get a free trip to Paris. It's not every day that a free trip to Paris literally falls into your lap like that, you know.
Yeah, that's really something. Hey, do you think I could come with you to the flea market tomorrow? It sounds like a lot of fun.
Normally I wouldn't mind, but you're here with friends. It wouldn't be nice to blow them off like that.
But I can go on another trip with them whenever I want.
You don't know that for sure. I had a friend in primary school I thought I'd be with forever, but life pulled us apart when we started secondary. So I believe you should make the most of the time you have with them right now. Besides, I'm sure they came on this trip with you because they wanted to spend time with you.
Well, I mean, sure, I guess. I do kind of feel bad about teaching them to hang out with Mel. And I do want to spend more time with him too, but if I keep this up, I probably won't have any friends at all. But I want to make the most of meeting you too, Mel. How many more chances will we have to go to a flea market together?
Huh? There are flea markets in England too. We can always go see one when we're back home. There's no reason to have to go to an antique shop at this particular flea market, is there?
What? We can't. Yes, let's go out when I'm back home.
Of course, let's. I'll have to remember to get your phone number before we leave.
It's not in things I care about, though.
I'm surprised you're so interested in antiques. I took you more as a digital age girl, but it looks like I read you wrong. Then again, it was you who wanted to come here, so maybe I shouldn't be so surprised you've got an interest in old-fashioned and historical stuff. I bet you're really disappointed you couldn't make it to the tour to the ruins.
Huh? Ruins? Oh, right. Yes. Hear about Shame. He says my favorite class at school, so I was really looking forward to it. Oh, that was close. I totally forgot it was my story. And I hate history class.
I'm a huge history nerd too. It's amazing to think about all those wars from so long ago, empires rising and falling, borders shifting, and how it all sometimes leads up to this very moment. It's sort of, I don't know, humbling, I guess. Like it's our foundation, and we're a part of it. So, what's your favorite era from history?
What? What era? I think if I had to choose one, it would be Marie Antoinette's era.
The French Revolution. It was a very turbulent time, and the basis for a lot of books and movies. So, I can understand why so many people gravitate towards it.
Yeah, it's great. Really very, big and big.
Have you been to the Palace de la Concert yet?
The word is Concord.
Concord.
Huh? The Condor Palace? Yeah, of course. I went straight there. It was lovely. Imagine that, a whole monument dedicated to Marie Antoinette's love of condors. Did I get something wrong? Were you not like condors? It all came out of nowhere and I have no idea what he's even talking about.
My pronunciation must have been off. It's called Palace de la Concorde. It's where King Louis the
Louis.
Louis. Is it Louis?
Yes, you don't pronounce the S.
What the?
Also, it's
Why
16.
is it? Why does it have an S in the end?
King
Because
Louis
it's
of Final
weird,
Fantasy
Mr.
16.
English.
Louis? Do we not watch Interview with a Vampire for nothing? It's Louis.
Yeah,
Also, Joshy, that is 10-5-1, so 16.
I'm well aware.
Alright, sorry.
It's where King Louis the 16th was executed by guillotine.
King Louis the 16th was executed by guillotine? What? Spoiler alert!
Are you really a history fan?
But enough about that. I'd rather talk about TV if you're interested.
Sure, I don't mind.
Mrs. Verdet. If this go on much longer, you would definitely think I was an idiot. I'm not stupid, I just don't care about history. And Mark's music are great. But what if he was talking about what he was talking about is supposed to be common knowledge? Maybe I should try a little harder in history. What kind of TV are you into, Mel?
To tell you the truth, I don't watch much TV. Oh, but there is this one cartoon I'm a big fan of. At the risk of sounding kiddie. It's called Caterwulp. And it's about this cat that solves every problem by punching it. It's really rather amusing.
Right, Aaron. Anyone want a refill?
Oh, yes, another coffee, please. What about you, Nelly? More of the same?
Oh, I think I'd like to try something new while we're here. Do you have any recommendations, ma'am? Sorry to disappoint, but we don't really have anything worth mentioning there. The manager's here one of the Milk Cafe lineup, and the coffee beans are just stuff we bought from the shop down the street. Wow, fascinating. How on earth hasn't this place gone under yet? If I had to pick something, maybe the cafe au lait, but only because I could make a killer cup. I'll have that, then. Coming right up. But man, I really do never get tourists in here. Where are you two from?
Oh, England. I attended school in London.
Ooh, nice. Big city kids, huh? Are there plenty of cool things to do back home, though? Not much money coming out all this way, is there?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. Going somewhere new is always eye-opening and exciting.
Have you ever been to England? Just once, forever ago. I used to go backpacking all over the place. Spent a lot of time there. Everything is expensive as hell and the food tastes like boiled ass, so I built pretty quickly. Oh, crap. Sorry, I didn't mean to dunk in your home. But then I never said any of that.
Don't worry about it, we hear it all the time.
There is plenty of good food too, you know. A fresh scone with a dollop with cream and a cup of hot tea is absolutely divine. Afternoon tea, was it? Yeah, I never did get to try that one. Maybe the next time in the area. If you'd like, give me a call when you're in the country. I'll show you all my favorite restaurants. I know, you should come with us, Mel. I'm sure it would be just lovely if the three of us had tea together.
Yeah, that sounds great. The more the merrier, I say.
You're just saying that to be polite, are you? Cause yeah, I'd totally be down. Give you my number later. Alright, well, I'll be back. I got some beans to brew. And sorry for butting in on your little sibling vacation time. That's something I never got to experience myself, so... Hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. Thanks for siblings. I thought anyone would assume we're on a date.
Is that what you want people to think, Nettie?
I... Oh, well...
I'm teasing. We only just met after all. We're barely acquaintances.
Yeah, we're just acquaintances.
Though I can understand why she assumed we're related. We do look a lot alike.
Really? I don't think we do at all.
Sorry, I just felt kind of connected because we look so much alike, which I thought was really nice.
No, just to be clear, I don't want to not look like you. In fact, I think it's nice that we do. Just. I'd rather when people looked at us, they thought we were.
Though we were
Oh, that's
what?
what we thought.
Uh,
Oh, it's Petalauda!
It's what?
Oh. That's you, Nelly. I bet it's your friends calling to say the tour is over.
Petalauda was the main theme of the first door, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, probably. It really was my friends calling. And since I had answered with Mel sitting across from me, I couldn't lie to them anymore. Which meant I had to meet back up with them and at the end of my time with Mel. I wished I could stay longer, but sadly that was life. We exchanged phone numbers before leaving, though, so it wasn't like that was my last chance to ever see him. I was looking forward to going back to England much more now. Which was especially fun considering when we landed here, me and my friends were all clamoring about how we wished we could live in Paris. Like my beloved London was where I wanted to be the most. Oh yeah, and I also got a waiter's number too before I left. She told me with a big smile on her face that I could call her at any time whenever I visited France. I was thinking maybe I could ask her for the answer to the biggest mystery of my trip so far. How this cafe was still in business when no one visited it. Jokes aside, I would probably try to get in touch with her sometime. She was a very friendly woman, not afraid to speak her mind. I thought I thought we would get along wonderfully. But more importantly, she was too old to go after my Mel.
Well, I guess this is farewell for now, Nelly. I'm glad I ran into you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip.
Me too, Mel. I'll text you whenever I've got time, okay? And help you find what you're looking for at the flea market.
Thanks. I'll try not to let anyone trick me into buying any rubbish. See you again back in England.
Yeah. See you soon. I feel like you've been in a dream for the past few hours. It's just also unreal, also amazingly incredible. He wasn't just gazing at my priest from afar, but he was looking back. And somehow I ran into him on vacation in Paris, and we got to spend so much time talking together. I hope this wonderful feeling never ends. I managed to meet back up with my friends, but my head was stuck in the clouds the rest of the day. We went to a lovely cafe together, and we got chocolate from a chocolatier together. We did everything I wanted to do in Paris. But all the pretty sights and fancy shops melted away for that one quiet cafe burned into my memory. And his smile in profile as he gazed out the window. Spring vacation was over in the blink of an eye, and before I knew it, I was back to my hectic school life. I had a club to participate in, private lessons to attend, and so much other work it was enough to make my head spin. Grown-ups, well, at least Mom, always talked about how students had it easy compared to them, but being a student sure didn't seem easy to me. Dealing with people was especially a pain, and I wish you would stop acting like being in school was all fun and games. That said, things had been going amazingly well for me recently, so I couldn't really blame her for thinking that. Because most important thing was obviously being able to talk with Mel. Whenever I sent him a text, he always made sure to send a reply, and whenever I sent him a cute sticker, he always sent one in return. And every time it put a stupid grin on my face. I even got my phone confiscated once for messing with it in class. We haven't gone anywhere together yet like we said we would in Paris, but we've been talking about it and making plans for a while now. And when we saw each other on the way home from school, he always waved. Things were going quite well, if I did say so myself. We were practically literally going on by now. When the other girls in my class saw us, they would squee about how jealous they were that I was actually getting close to my prince. And who could blame them? Mom was a wonderful boy. But he was my wonderful boy. I wouldn't let them have him, no matter what. So anyway, things between me and Mel were going smoother than I could have ever dreamed for. But today he wasn't responding to my texts. Normally he sent something back pretty quickly. Had something happened? And I had said something that upset him? Or was he getting tired of all my messages? I couldn't focus on anything else. I kept looking at my phone every few minutes. I didn't see him on the way back from school. So I was nervous wreck the entire way home. I'm back. What's this? The price of men's shoes? Do we have company? I wonder who they could be. Mom, are you there? Is someone visiting? Oh.
We need mom. Or a mom.
Oh,
I guess
Nelly.
I'll play mom. Or no.
What? No. Wait.
Someone who's the size of the average human mother.
Oh, all right. Oh, Nelly, perfect timing. I was just about to phone you.
I walked into the living room. Mom was standing right there waiting with a big smile on her face. Been a while since I've seen her in such high spirits. Behind her I could see two figures. One was a man I didn't recognize, and the other... What? Was Prince I hadn't heard from all day.
Nelly, what are you doing here?
That's my question. What are you doing in my house, Mel? What's going on here?
Oh my, you two already know each other. Then that'll make this go much quicker then. Your mommy's getting remarried.
What? Are you crazy? You can't just do that.
No, Nelly, it's not very ladylike to shout. I'm sorry we couldn't talk about this sooner, but you can't say I didn't try. I've been trying to get you to sit down and talk with me, but you can never be bothered.
But you can't just get remarried without talking to me.
Watch me.
I'm sorry we startled you, Nelly. You're right, we should have talked to you before it progressed to this point, and I understand why
More
you're upset.
English.
Why you're upset? It's a pleasure to meet you for the first time in many years. I'm going to discuss the matter with you and your mother, Nelly, so don't worry. We won't decide anything without you.
I could text him. It's the foreign father.
The first time in many years. Had I met him before?
Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
You guys are hot miking like crazy. Well, this is unexpected. Dad told me I had a sister, but I never would have guessed it was you. But I'm really relieved it turned out to be you and not some girl I'd never met before.
Hold on. Why are you just going along with this, Mel? If Mom's getting remarried, that makes everyone in this room is going to be family, doesn't it? Which would make us brother and sister, Mel.
Are you unhappy with being my sister?
Oh my god, she's not putting two and two together.
It's not fair. I never said that. Just
Wait, what do you mean it's not fair?
hold on a second, Nelly. Use your brain. If this Mom marries this man, it only makes Mel my stepbrother. So technically, there's no problem.
If you don't get your clueless ass.
What?
Oh my god, fuck.
I've seen TV before. A boy and a girl's parents get married. They start living together and get close and eventually get married.
Let's reverse it, man.
Think about it. We're living together. This is actually perfect.
This isn't Nisekoi, get the fuck out of here!
I have way more chances to win with how adorable I am. You're a genius, Nelly.
I am sorry we went and did this without involving you, but you're always telling me how much you wish you weren't an only child. Now our family's going back to the way it always was supposed to be, and I
That's
hope
what's
you'll be
right.
able to see it that way too.
The mother is aware of the reincarnations. Hold on a second. What do you mean the way it was always supposed to be?
Hold on a second. Hello, KP History Buff. Thank you for joining.
What a point to join in at.
Listen, I'm trying to do it quiet because we're in the middle of a live reading. Yeah. I was afraid this wouldn't get the point across. You see, Nelly, this isn't like most people's second marriages. Your mother and I, we divorced 14 years ago. What I'm trying to say is, we were all a big family once, and I'm so glad to be able to see my daughter again after so many years.
Excuse me? We were divorced 14 years ago? We were all one big family once? I'm so glad to be able to see my daughter again. What on earth was this man on about?
Oh my god, shut up.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
It all sounded like a bunch of nonsense to me.
No wonder this comes as such a big surprise. We divorced not long after you were born, Nelly.
Huh? Slow down. What? This is some kind of joke? Are you saying... Mel isn't going to be my step-brother?
You cannot clueless your way into the situation.
We've always been... blood-related?
Yes, that's right. Mel is your one and only brother, so I hope you two can get along.
Everything they were saying was gibberish to me. Why couldn't they just say it was a joke so we could be done with this?
Isn't it great you shared
It felt like the floor was sinking away from under me.
The cope.
If it couldn't be a joke, how would it be a dream? I came home from school to find out I suddenly had a brother. And of everyone in the world, just happened to be my prince. As I stood there in silence, the blood draining from my face, My mom and this man was supposedly my dad kept on talking and talking and talking. But how, when they first split up, they were on such bad terms they were certain they would never speak again. About how my mom tried to get custody of both of us, but it was decided she was too sickly to raise two children on her own. About how they bought this house together when they first married. That must have been why it had always felt so spacious. The living room was just too big for a single mother and their daughter, and the master bedroom was even worse. And then there was the other bedroom that nobody used at all. But whenever I asked her about it, Mom got real moody, so I avoided that subject. It felt like it caused any problems for us, after all. But this was not the answer I was expecting.
I was going to tell you everything when you turned 15, but it turns out so much time apart cleared the air between your father and I entirely. We started seeing each other again recently, and it was like all our problems just vanished. We were chatting away like best friends before I even knew it.
Before long, we started talking about giving things another try. What do you think, Nellie? Would you be okay with us living here with you? I know we were apart for a very, very long time, but I still believe the best thing for our family is for them to be together.
But you can't just decide everything. This is my life, too. Quit smiling like you think you're doing what's best for me. I hate you. I hate this. I hate everything. Every new word is said felt like it ripped another hole in my heart. Were they monsters? Did they not realize they were ruining everything? Taking away everything that made me happy? What do I think? I think... I wanted to say, I think it's the worst idea in the world. But I bit my tongue. Yes, I was so shaken up by all this new information. And yes, I was still angry about them doing this behind my back. But it was only relevant in the face of the fact that Mom was my actual blood-related big brother. Even if I opposed their marriage and stopped them from moving in, it wouldn't change anything. There was nothing I could do to fix it. Are we absolutely 100% really blood-related siblings? There couldn't be some kind of mix-up, could there?
Oh, sorry. I can promise you that you are, without a doubt, very much brother and sister.
Could there be any question of when you look so much alike?
Nelly, so, you seem pretty unhappy about being my sister. We've got on so well, I thought you would be thrilled. I know I was.
You were?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed spending time with you, Nelly. And finding out you and my sister makes a lot of pieces fall into place. Remember when I said there was something that caught my eye the first time I spotted you? Well, it's because that wasn't my first time. Obviously, I barely remember anything from when I was 3, and obviously you look completely different than you did as a baby. But I think somewhere deep down I remembered that I had a sister. Which is why I'm so pleased to be able to finally see you again. Oh, sorry. I know this is really sudden, so I understand if you're opposed to us living together.
No, I'm not. I'm elated to be able to live with you, Mel.
I'm so glad to hear it.
That part wasn't a lie. Of course I wanted to be around him. Of course I wanted to spend my time, but not. Give me a sec.
I also brought my cat with me.
I love Arthur.
He's a real king.
Goodness, thank God we didn't take pits.
That part wasn't a lie. Of course I wanted to be around him. Of course I wanted to spend as much time as possible with him. But I still couldn't bring myself to be excited about it. Because we're going to be together as family. As brother and sister. Nothing more. It felt only being so genuinely, so gentlemanly friends because some part of him realized I'm with his sister. Did he not see me as a girl at all? Was all that progress I was so excited about just a figment of my imagination? The words are just spaced out. Everyone was talking about how excited they were for all the fun things we would do together. But it felt like they were actors on the stage, and I was in the audience at the very back. They tried to cheer me up, tried to say I could tell them anything. But no, I couldn't. I could never tell them what was really troubling me. Besides, they seemed to be enjoying themselves just fine without me. I couldn't barge in on that and say, no, I don't want us to be a family. I could read them well enough to realize that. Mom was always telling me I was spoiled and self-centered. The truth was, I held myself back plenty. We had supper together that night, and then Mel and his dad went back to their house. Mom tried to get him to stay the night. But his dad turned her down, saying I probably needed time to process everything. And he was right. I wasn't afraid of breaking down already. If Mel was to stay the night, I probably would have snapped. Maybe his dad could see that the smile I was putting on was fake. And then when they were gone, Mom started acting real let down. And seeing her like that, I almost blew up at her. Whose fault did she think this was anyway? Was she acting like I was the one being unreasonable? Maybe you should look in the mirror. But I bit on my tongue before I started lashing out at her. It was easy to get upset at her, and as far as I was concerned, I had every right to be. But the problem was, yelling at her wouldn't solve anything. I'd yell and shout and scream until my throat went raw, but it wouldn't do anything to soothe my aching heart. I could run away in a fit of rage and it still wouldn't change a thing. It would be anger for its own sake, and it would wear me thin. There was no solution. My only choice was to face reality. But I couldn't just snap my fingers and tell myself to move on. It wasn't that easy, not even close. I spent the whole night letting off steam. Screaming on the inside about everyone and everything. Having my favorite stuffed animals around my room. Putting me freezing pills until they were flat. And it wasn't even a little bit of frustration. Until I passed out from exhaustion. When I woke up the next morning, my face was covered in dried streaks of tears. I couldn't go to school looking like this. So I told my mom I was feeling ill and stayed holed up at home all day. But no matter how frustrating or infuriating life gets, time only ever moves forward. And it doesn't stop so that you collect yourself. It especially doesn't go backwards. So things kept progressing around me, not giving me a chance to come to terms with any of it. Then before I knew it, a full week has passed. Deep breath. Take a deep breath, Nelly. Act normal. Act like everything's okay. You're family now. You're his sister, Nelly. His sister. If only it were that easy. I wouldn't have to keep telling it myself. Why did it have to be like this? I've watched him through the classroom window every day, and now it had been blue all week long. 7 chaotic days was all it took for my mom and Mel's dad to finalize their marriage. I didn't raise any objections, so everything rushed along unhindered. They filed all the paperwork, and now we're officially a family, though it didn't feel like it one bit. Officially a family again, I guess. It was decided we would all be living together in my mom's house moving forward. And now I was sitting outside waiting for Mel to arrive. Obviously, I was nervous about suddenly having 2 new people living in the house. But we had spare rooms, and it was Mel's dad who owned the house, so I had no place to complain. Supposedly, the reason my mom got the house instead of him was because I had just been born and he wanted to make sure I could be raised comfortably. Mel's dad said he tried again and again over the years to convince Mom to let him see me, but every time she always sent him away. Because of that, a week ago was the first time I'd ever met Mel's dad, so I was having trouble making myself to call him my dad, even if we were blood related. I felt kind of bad about it too, because he did seem really happy to see me, so I decided I would at least try to do it when I was talking to him. Alas, how Mom was treating him seemed really unfair. Completely cutting him out of our lives, then bringing him back again out of the blue. The way he bent over backwards to do whatever we needed, what we needed, I'm sure made it seem like he was trying to make up for something. So maybe he was at fault for the divorce. But that didn't mean Mom was innocent. Anyway, I didn't know what happened back then, and I wasn't interested in finding out either. I was socially adept enough to know you shouldn't try to take up dirt on people right as they were celebrating having put it in the past. I wasn't that stupid. Though, for the most part, I was just indifferent to it all. I loved relationship drama, but only between kids my age or celebrities. It was fun to talk about, but how was I supposed to react to my parents' relationship drama? And not just everyday drama. All the nasty stuff that led to them getting divorced. I couldn't think of anything worse. Anyway, getting off track. So Mom and Mel's dad suggested we go on family vacation to celebrate us all getting back together. And that I was absolutely 100% against, so... Oh, I wonder if that's his car. Well, you can't follow new stars forever, Nellie. Mel's going to be here any minute and you need to greet him with a smile. It's going to take time to get over him being my brother, but still being able to live with Mel is like a dream come true. Which is both amazing and super depressing at the same time. But for now, I just need to make myself look on the bright side. As the car got closer, I could see it was a moving company's van. It parked in front of our house. And the passenger's door swung open.
Oh, Nelly, you waited outside for me? You didn't have to. I would have rung the doorbell.
Come on, you could try acting a little more excited that I've been out here eagerly waiting your arrival.
Sorry. Thank you, I appreciate it.
If we were closer, maybe I could have pounced on him, given him a big hug and said, "Oh, what took you so long, dearest Mel?" Wait, huh? Where did the tears come from? Maybe it's because I've sat on him as my prince for so long? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll have you bring in your boxes. You get all the heavy stuff, though.
Thanks. The movers are going to bring everything to my room, so if you could unpack stuff with me, that would be a huge help.
Alright, I'm an unpacking pro. I never moved in my life, so it was kind of mesmerizing watching the movie man carry all Mel's boxes in. It sure didn't seem like he had all that much stuff, though. Was it normal to only need a handful of boxes when moving? Or was Mel just super good at packing?
That should do it for now, I think. Thanks, Nelly. You were a huge help.
Oh, no problem. It was barely any work at all. Is this really all your stuff? I feel like there should be more.
Yep, I don't buy much unless I need it. But it means less to pack and unpack, so it works out alright.
So that really was everything, huh? Like he only has what he needs to go to get by. A few personal outfits, his school books. It's not quite what I expected. Maybe he just likes to keep things simple. Do you have any, like, hobbies or favorite pastimes or anything, Mel?
Um, I guess I can't really say I do. I enjoy reading, but I wouldn't say I'm really into it.
That's a surprise. The boys at school are all obsessed with something. Sports or games or whatever. You're really easygoing, huh, Mel?
It's not that I'm really easygoing, it's more that we. Well, never mind. What about you, Nelly?
Me? Oh, I love music. I sing a lot myself, and I like going to see my favorite artists live. Oh, and I'm interested in opera too.
Opera? That's rather sophisticated for a 14-year-old.
My mom's a big fan, and she took me a bunch when I was little, and recently I've come to appreciate it more, I suppose.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Oh, Prendy's. Oh.
Am I imagining it, or does he not seem very impressed? He said himself saying something earlier too.
Oh. So, what do you want to do today?
Right, I almost forgot. Mel had moved in without his father today. Because he and Mom were on vacation together. It was originally planned to be a family trip, but as mentioned earlier, but I was having trouble enough coming to terms with things as is. They said I didn't want to go, and when I wouldn't budge, they decided I would just cancel the trip instead. Which also made me feel bad. Because there I was again, going around and ruining their plan because I was a self-centered brat. At which point Mel threw me a lifeline.
I know you can go by yourself. You two can go by yourself. I'm sure you have plenty to catch up on.
Oh, okay, shit. Discord fucking broke again. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot about this. Yeah. There we go. Oh, right. That's right. This uses the game capture. There we go.
Definitely, when I read it the first time, I was like, whew, oh.
Terribly sorry, everyone. Turns out when this fucking, like, switches out from, like, full screen to not full screen, it just makes Discord shit itself.
Oh,
wow, goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but anyways.
Nelly is quite the silly goose. A clown, even.
Honk honk.
Alright, we're good to go now.
Yeah.
It cut out at you two couldn't go by yourself.
Give me one moment.
Okay, just want to make sure.
In the meantime, it's also very funny how self-centered Nelly is. Man, I don't care at all about this guy's hobbies, but boy, he sure is cute.
Seventh layer, though!
What, 7th layer?
It's the April Fool's game that we will at some point in the future revisit. But
probably after this.
Wait, is it Fata Morgana? Or...
Do you want to wait an entire extra year to do this on April Fool's Day?
I feel like I feel like they're gonna be like Fata burnt out.
It'll be fine. It's only like 3 hours long.
If it's only 3 hours long and we can do it after this, then I say let's do it. I'm ready for something to make me laugh.
We probably still took longer through Umineka.
It do be funny. Oh, did it freeze again?
No,
Did I
it was
die?
just sitting like this. The music just stopped.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Look at Dearest Mel here in his fashionable coat.
Alright. Wait.
I was gonna say, this bitch is a catchy coated if you were gonna go already.
What is it? Is it your last left off on by
Just
yourself?
start over.
You two, yeah.
Okay. I know you two can go by yourself. I'm sure you have plenty to catch up on. Think of it as a second honeymoon.
I would say in the future the dashes are kind of like a pregnant pause, so it's more like, I know, you two can go by yourself.
Okay.
A what pause?
A pregnant
That is
pause.
a
It's
real
like
term, Ace.
Shut up.
Grow up.
That is a real term, also mating press. Anyways,
We know about your reading kink, Josh.
I was just in Paris myself, and I'm behind on my homework because of that. So I'm not really feeling a second trip so soon either. What the fuck?
oh,
Oh no, not again.
Discord like fucking kicked me out for a moment.
yeah, it did me too.
Oh, goodness.
But you already planned it and took off work and everything. So there's no point in letting it go to waste. You should go, even if it's just the two of you. This way, no one has to worry about stepping on each other's toes.
Thank you so much for talking Mom and Dad out of bringing us. They've got their heads so far up the clouds they're not even considering how anyone else might feel.
Your mom was getting a bit overly excited about the trip, yeah. The secondhand embarrassment when she started jumping around like a little girl was pretty painful. Actually, I guess she's my mom now too, huh? It's going to take a while to get used to that.
It's really is. I was having trouble adjusting too. I was ready to just me drag my feet behind everyone else.
Either way, I didn't just do it for you. I didn't want to be stuck between those two lovebirds either. I would much rather relax here at home.
Exactly. No one's to deal with that. So now it's a little early. What do you say with the lunch? All this unpacking has worked me up an appetite.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. What kind of lunch are you thinking? Are you planning to make...
I'm gonna order pizza, duh. Every time I ask, Mom's like, I am not letting you eat that filth. Absolutely not.
Peasant food.
But it's not like all the fried food she makes is any better. In fact, it's healthy compared to that.
I feel like an idiot for getting my hopes up for a home-cooked meal for my younger girl. Out of curiosity, can you cook, Nelly?
Never even tried.
Not even at home? Eck?
That doesn't count. I burned everything I touched
What?
anyway.
Do you know what home economics is?
Well, I didn't know it was spelled literally as AEC.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
home ec.
But yes, Mel, she clearly owns an air fryer.
I don't even know why the fuck you would want an home ec class. This seems like a waste of her credit.
What do you mean?
What do you
Learn how to
mean?
How to cook is a really good skill.
To
There's
teach you how
so-
to cook.
Learn how to
Teach you
there-
how to-
there
I
are
learned
so
from my
many-
parents. I don't need schooling.
There are so many
I'm
skills.
talking about
Hold
what else to
on.
What else to do?
Shush.
Yeah.
There are so many skills
Double,
classes
double,
that
boom.
How to do
Jesus
laundry.
fucking Christ.
Shush.
At a time here.
There are so many skills classes that used to be taught in schools because not everyone's parents did that or were home for it. Hence home ec and like shop and all the other things that you see in like the 80s movies that no longer exist to teach kids skills that they couldn't necessarily get from their parents or afford
Yep.
to, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This has been your life lessons with B.
Don't they also teach sewing in home ec? Because I remember doing a sewing
Yes,
class.
they do. They do actually.
Often.
I just learned. Well, I didn't learn sewing, so there goes egg on my face.
Unfortunately, most people prefer to not take home ec anymore because a lot of education is now placed on Common Core with 4 subjects.
Okay.
Fix it.
I already read that line.
That's impressive in its own way.
Oh, but I do beg sometimes. I know, I'll make you a bunch of treats. Tomorrow I'll make cookies, next a chocolate cake, and custard. Next, I could eat sweets all day long.
That's definitely not good for you, Nelly. Looks like I'm handling all the cooking.
It's already here. This delivery is super fast, huh?
I'll get it. Let's see, the money was in this drawer, right? Can you set the table, Nelly?
I'm on it. La, la, la. I think I'll put on the nice tablecloths for when we have guests. Wow, this is amazing! I've never seen a pizza this big before. It even came with soda. It's like I've been in an American TV show.
It's nothing that dramatic, but I will say, Nelly, I assume you were more of an elegant afternoon tea type girl.
I love my tea time too, but it gets tiring being all prim and proper all the time, you know? And with Mom not around, I can relax about all I want.
Like sprawling out on the sofa, munching on potato chips and binge watching TV?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm making it a TV day. No homework, no chores, nothing but TV.
Oh, Nelly, let's not go too overboard. Though it is always nice to have a day to just kick back and relax.
Exactly. No boring stuff allowed on your first day here. This is gonna be so much fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Nelly, but you should eat. We ordered fresh, hot pizza, and it's going to get cold.
Right. Let's begin then. Mm.
You're not supposed to scarf down the whole slice in one go.
We continued chatting about whatever came to mind or the freshly delivered pizza. An endless stream of laughter, but even a run-of-the-mill pizza tastes better than a proper home-cooked meal. Better than a meal at a high-class restaurant, even. My phone buzzed. It seemed like Mom and Mal's dad were having lunch now, too. She wanted to know if we were eating properly, if anything had happened, and if we were doing alright. She said you felt bad about leaving us behind. Could you be any more melodramatic? I was 14. I could handle not having my mom around for a few days. Gosh, what a worrywart. I really wanted to reply saying, we're having lunch now. It's much more fun than your dumb vacation would have been. But I said Mom probably wouldn't take it very well. So I went with a simple, doing perfectly fine, enjoy your trip. As much as I had mixed feeling about what Mom had done, I certainly didn't wish ill on her vacation. Not to mention, I could probably push her to bring me back some real nice souvenirs. Anyway, I wouldn't have nearly as good time staying at home if Mel wasn't here with me. Just being with him felt like it would make anything fun. I was anxious about being alone with him at first, but now I was just giddy about all the possibilities. We could watch TV together, we could try our hands at cooking together. Maybe we could even have him help me with my homework. Mom and Mel's dad was planning to be gone for a week, but as far as I was concerned, they could stay away for a whole month. Then again, it wasn't like Mel would be leaving. We would have plenty of time to spend together even after this. And maybe after enough time, my love would turn to proper familial love. No maybes. I had to make a change. I enjoyed being with him so much I was sure I'd be able to make it work. And nothing to worry about. Yeah, everything was going to be just fine.
Oh, and Nelly, I'll take care of your glass for you. Hmm?
His finger brushed against mine. What were you just saying, Nelly? That it would be easy to get over him? We couldn't be more wrong. Just as I said we would, we spent the day lazing about watching TV. For supper we had leftover pizza. Before I knew it, the sun had set, and it was almost time for bed. As lazy as I had been, though, I wasn't about to skip my shower. I offered to let me go first, which I did appreciate. But I also wished he would put himself first sometimes. He was family now, after all. So I made him take the first shower, and now... Perhaps, now that I think about it, he's in the shower, which means he's... Oh, no, stop right there! Get your mind out of the gutter! Wait, once he gets more comfortable living here, what if he loosens up and starts walking around without a shirt or something? You see it on TV all the time. A girl's brother running in half naked. Hey, yelling at him to put some clothes on already. Sure, we won't go that far on our first night together. But a pair of loose pajamas is still a very real possibility.
Hey, Nelly, I'm out of the shower if you want to use it.
Okay. Yeah, I will. What kind of pajamas is he wearing? Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's amazing. Holy
he's
shit.
so cute. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's so fucking good. He's wearing the Caterwallop shit.
I want those pajamas.
What's the matter?
He's so dorky. Oh my gosh. What? That's hideous. Is that the same shirt you wore to bed when you were 5?
You don't like it? It's from that cartoon I told you about. Caterwallop. I think it's really cute.
Regular clothes look really nice, so how come your pajamas look like something you fished out of a thrift-store dumpster?
The pajamas. They just need to be comfortable. You're acting like I'm wearing a barrel in a Suspenders.
Yeah, I know. Just you're right. Just never the word at you in public. As you're trying to kill my prince.
That's a bit dramatic. And what do you mean, kill your prince?
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go take that shower now. I wasn't thinking of changing to my usual nightgown. That's starting to wonder if it's too risque. There weren't any boys here before, and I wanted to feel a little more grown up, which is why I went for this one, but... What is this Richie Remodel showcase? Blood, whether or not, I think this crosses the line. He is still a guy, and we were separated in birth after all. I guess on American TV where things even bolder than this, so maybe it's...
Oh, you're already done, Nelly. That's a surprise. I thought girls all took a really long time to shower.
Mel?
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I was just going to go get some water before bed and saw you there.
Oh, were you? So,
Well, it's getting late, so I'm going to head to bed. We'll have to get back to to that show some other time. Good night, Nelly.
right. Night. Not a word about the nightgown. Hold on, before you go. What do you think about my gown?
Huh? It's a very pretty dress. Are you sure you're not too cold, though? Anyway, good night.
Huh? It's not a dress, it's a nightgown. He's acting like he doesn't even realize there's a ghost living under the same roof as him. I guess maybe I'm nothing more than a sister for him. Mm. And that's how it should be, Nelly. The only thing the other option leads to is misery for everyone.
It's certainly a much nicer room than I used to have. But is it really worth it? Although it's not like I'll have to put up with playing family for long. I graduate in a year and then I'm out of here. Ugh. What I didn't anticipate, though, was Nelly fawning over me less much. Of course, she's only likes the Mel that she can see on the surface.
Ha!
Tell me something, Mel. Who's the girl you cared most about? I presume you've been here long enough that you remember the era of roses. Do you remember what you said to your dear sister? You called her disgusting. You pushed her away. You were a terrible brother. And person. I can't stop laughing when someone like you starts going on about how much you care, how important this or that person is to you. Empty, superficial, meaningless words. I love it.
Dearest Mel, I always knew how I would react if you fell in love. I would cry my eyes out and I would envy her to death. I would get angry as a bull. But eventually I would have given up. I know you'd never have it my way after all. And my feelings would never bear fruit. So why? Why did she have to be your sister?
What was that dream? It felt so strangely real. There was a girl going on and on about how much she despised me, and another one crying like she was in pain. I don't know anything about either of them, but for whatever reason, even that ignorance feels irredeemable. The second girl, she sounded like Nelly. It was just a dream. Don't think too hard about it. We've been apart our whole lives anyway. She definitely doesn't call me dearest. Or maybe the dream's my mind telling me I care for her more than I realize. I do enjoy spending time with her, and I'm glad to have her as my sister, but... anyway, it's just a dream. Back to sleep. But you know, there's something oddly sentimental about sleepless nights like this.
No, get up. Wake up. It's morning. Wakey, wakey! It's morning!
Ah! Is it an earthquake? Wait, Nelly, you can wake me up without blowing my eardrums up, you know?
He said so, because you suddenly seemed to sleep just fine through anything quieter. And I thought you would be an early riser.
I didn't sleep in that long, did I? Wait, you can't just come into my room uninvited.
Aw, what's the big deal? It's fine, we're brother and sister. Now get up and drag your sleepy bum downstairs already, okay? I made breakfast for us. You're going to love it.
It feels like a hurricane just blew through my room. I ended up not getting much sleep last night because of that dream. Which was strange, since normally I don't have any trouble sleeping, even in unfamiliar environments. But anyway, I needed to get changed and head down to the living room quickly. If I dwelled too long, Hurricane Nelly might decide to come back around for a second visit. I had been planning to make breakfast for both of us, so I wasn't sure how to feel about her having beaten me to the punch. It would be fine, right? Wow, I'm not sure I'd call this breakfast. It looks more like diabetes on a plate. Oh my god. It was anything but fine. I stumbled into the living room, still half asleep, but when I saw what was spread on the table, I jolted awake in an instant. Nelly stood in front of it, her arms spread wide and a giant grin on her face. Some kind of freshly baked pastries drenched in chocolate, decorated with whipped cream and sprinkles. And inexplicably, with a candle sticking out of each one. My mind would have preferred to believe this was a continuation of my nightmare, rather than accepting the dizzying saccharine log hanging in the living room as reality.
Diabetes? What are you, 40? Give it a try. I promise you'll love it. Here, open up.
I'll eat it. Just please don't try to feed it to me. I do enjoy spending time with her, but my body is going to revolt if we don't start eating a little better. Ever so slowly, I carried a fork into my mouth, and was practically knocked out cold by the onslaught of sugary violence. It was so intense I wanted to munch on a salty lick just to counter the sweetness. After forcing myself through one chocolate death cake, Nellie giddily announced that I was welcome to as many more as I wanted. I politely turned her down.
So what do you want to do today?
Nellie looked up at me with a glimmer in her eye. It was Sunday, and we had nothing scheduled for the day. I think we should go outside today.
Yeah, we did spend all yesterday watching TV. So where do you want to go? The zoo? A theme park? Shopping?
Let's go to the grocery store. We need food for proper meals and some stuff for around the house. And then we should do some cleaning.
You're joking. Why would you want to waste your fabulous week without Mom doing boring old housework? And what's wrong with ordering pizza every day?
As long as you accept the risk that you might not be able to fit into any of your clothes by the end of the week.
I don't... Fine, you win. We're going grocery shopping. But after that we can do something fun, right?
After that, we'll do homework.
Seriously?
We have school tomorrow, Nellie, and you haven't touched your weekend homework, have you?
But hold on, this is a special occasion. No one's gonna get mad if you take a couple days off after your big move.
I will. You need to do your homework, and if you don't, I won't spend any time with you next weekend.
Such a bully, Mal.
Conversations like these make me feel like I'm dealing with a sister much younger than me. Not only 3 years.
Okay, then how about this? You help me with my homework. That'll get me to do it.
I'd be happy to. Now, let's get ready to go. With our plans finally hammered out, we headed into a nearby grocery store. As we perused the store, I had to fend off Nellie trying to throw every kind of junk food imaginable into the cart. And even when she chose items we did need, she always seemed to select the most expensive variety. I wish she would be more conscientious of the fact that we had a budget to maintain. When I asked if this was how she always shopped, she said that no, today was a special occasion. Apparently, she wanted a taste of a noble's lifestyle, which got a stifled chuckle out of me when she said it. Somehow, I don't think actual nobles spend much time in grocery stores. And formalities aside, she had essentially lived like nobility her whole life, wanting for nothing. Every time she said or did something oblivious to the concept of money, it was like a punch to my gut. But I did my best to feign my amusement, just laughing along with her. When we returned home, we split the chores between the two of us. Nellie, however, didn't seem to have much experience doing work around the house. I had to step in to stop her from putting away too much detergent in the washing machine. And then, again, from mixing chemicals that would create noxious gases when combined. All in all, it was a minor disaster, and I ended up doing more work than if I had handled it myself. But the excitement was so strangely enjoyable. And she did listen attentively when I told her what she was doing wrong. Before her mom left, as she was heading out the door, she leaned in and whispered to me, I hope Nellie's not too much of a handful. She can be very inconsiderate and a bit of a brat sometimes. And while she was indeed a bit of a self-absorbed, Nellie was a pleasant ball of joy most of the time. Maybe she was only bratty to her mother. It wasn't hard to imagine Nellie pushing back against every little thing her mother was constantly in her hair, which was the impression I had of them. That degree of attention was proof of how much she loved her daughter. But a girl Nellie's age might not see it the same way. I was able to make the observation mostly because I didn't have a nagging parent in my life, and the one I had, being a guy, might have contributed as well. Though he always felt less like a parent and more a roommate. Which I guess was because he usually seemed more concerned about his ex-wife than me. In fact, I frequently got the impression that he was just using my presence as a way to convince her not to let him see her again. Dad did also make an effort to raise me as best he could, so I wasn't going to accuse him of neglect or anything. But there was still a constant sense that I was not very high on his, or anyone's, priority list. For Dad, his ex-wife was the most important person to his life. For her, my mom, Nellie was. Which left no one to have me at the top of their list. Nellie's face flushed through my mind. Did I think she would be willing to love me most? That was a lot to hope for a sister who barely knew me.
I was muted the whole time. I don't get any of it. I'm tired. I need a break. I need sugar to recharge my brain.
It hasn't been half an hour since we started, Nellie. And did you forget how much sugar you had this morning? You're saying you need more?
I always have room for sweets. Mom gets upset at me if I eat too much, so I keep a stash in my room where she can't find it.
Nellie rifled through her desk drawer, pulling out a tin of cookies. I was impressed she didn't put on more weight with how much she snacked. Or maybe she was small because snacking was all she did. Either way, it was my first time in Nellie's room, and there was a lot to take in. More stuffed animals than I could count, photos of musicians plastered on the walls, stacks of CDs, and a pile of makeup. Books? Oh, hey, that book's being turned into a TV show, isn't it? The girls in my class were really excited about it. Have you already read it?
But I have. It's super popular right now. I would left out if I didn't know what everyone was talking about.
Oh, wow, being a girl sounds complicated. So, what's it about?
About an ensemble cast of teens, everyone with their own problems, they're trying to deal with. It's super relatable. And in US book, there's this huge bombshell about my favorite girl. It turns out the guy she likes is actually her blood-related.
What's the matter, Nellie?
Oh, Nothing. You just got me thinking about it again.
Oh? Anyway, it sounds like that girl has it pretty rough, huh? She could probably work through almost anything else, but there's not much she can do but let go if they're blood related.
Is there really nothing they could do? Could they maybe elope to somewhere no one knows them?
That's not a practical solution. Why did my screen go out? Okay, my screen's back on. It doesn't matter if no one knows them, they're still related, and nothing can change that. Though you can brush a lot of it under the rug in fiction, just send them off and say they lived happily ever after and it end there. But in the real world, if their lives don't stop there, you can't slap a happily ever after over the fundamental problem.
Richard Mel.
If she wants to live a happy, fulfilling life in our modern day society, her best option is to let go and find someone else. But it's a story, not real life. So they could definitely get together in that context.
Mel said it how it is. Yeah, you can do that in stories.
I am probably overthinking it, but does Nellie... I considered myself fairly inept at reading people, but Nellie was so blatant about it, even someone whose dense as me could pick up on the signals. No, don't be stupid. I'm her brother, for goodness sake, and she knows that as well as me. Yeah, I'm reading too much into it. I have to be. I could only see Nellie as a sister, nothing more. It was true I had taken a minor interest in her before we properly met. But that was only because as I told her, I felt as though we'd met somewhere else before. Which in retrospect was probably because I subconsciously recognized her as family. I was curious about her because she was my sister. But what about her? Nellie had no memory of me at all. She was still a baby when our parents split up, so she couldn't possibly have recognized me, even unconsciously. It would be harder for her to recategorize me from boy she knows to older brother. Could my moving in feel to her like any other older guy suddenly intruding on her space? Regardless of how it felt, though, we were still siblings. Nothing could sever the blood that bound us. So even if she did, by some impossible chance, have non-sisterly feelings for me now, they would surely fade in time.
Oh, he's recognizing it?
At worst, it would be nothing more than a fleeting adoration. Right? She would sort through whatever she was feeling soon enough, and that would be the end of that. There were billions of other men in the world, after all. Regardless, it would probably be smart to keep some distance until that happened. At first, I had thought it best to try and break the ice as quickly as possible, since we'd be family our whole lives, but there was a defined possibility that doing so would only make things worse. Obviously, though, it'd be preferable if I were overthinking the whole thing. Why don't we get back to work, Nellie? I'd like to get to a good stopping point, so I can head back to my room and handle my own homework in peace and quiet.
What? Just do it here. I can be quiet for you, I promise.
It's nothing you did, don't worry. I just have trouble concentrating when there are other people around. You understand, right?
Yeah, sure, I understand. The work you're doing is much more advanced than anything of mine. I'm
What was
staying
that
out of your room
screen cap
every day.
for?
But if we should still have supper together.
I saw that screen cap tool.
What happened?
Next, Randy read the line.
Apollo, hold on a second.
Oh, you there?
Here we go again.
Orange?
Dead in Miami.
Oh no.
Justin, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, they're
Oh,
typing.
Discord freezing.
Curse you, Discord!
What were you
So-
screenshotting, bro?
He can't unmute. Oh no.
Uh,
So Josh, I need to ask, what accent are you doing for me? I actually can't put.
I'm trying to do like a fancy accent. What does it? What does it sound like?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
We've lost you a bit. You sounded French earlier, but I mean he's British, so you know.
I don't know what I don't know what to do. I was initially my thought process was just doing my Makoto Naegi voice.
Man,
Apologies. Oh fuck, I'm still holding on to that goddamn slinky. Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on,
I
what?
fucking
Why me?
I fucking despise the fact that there's no way to just like easily like lock it so it doesn't go out of full screen mode, because anytime it goes out of fucking full screen mode, it fucking freezes Discord like it's doing right now. Fantastic, amazing, I love it.
Might want to look into.
I don't know what to do about it, Con.
Also,
Anyways.
Sim, I hate and love this.
I'm gonna fucking
Wait,
put it out.
it sounds like holy shit, titties. Oh my god, that was titties and camel toe.
I thought it was cool. Whatever.
what?
Oh, my fucking background popped up for a second.
I got fucking jump. We got fucking camel toe jump
Wait.
skill.
Camel toe?
There was a bunny woman with positioning herself in a very promiscuous way. I like the artist.
I didn't see anything.
When you said bunny girl, I was about to say no more. I already know enough.
Okay. Anyways, I'm with
Do
Discord.
it
Okay,
again.
there we go. Discord's unfrozen again.
No, I
Awesome, cool.
didn't see anything. What the
All right,
fuck
here.
are you guys?
While I get this fixed, here's the fucking thing here's what I screen capped.
It's just dogs.
I just thought the dogs were funny.
It's Walter on the
Ooh,
bottom
look at
left.
the
It's that
boys
weird,
waving.
fucked up abomination, Walter.
Wait, what?
Hey,
What's that? What's Walter?
You don't know about
I
Walter?
don't know about Walter.
so fucked
dude, if you're gonna.
It's
If I
look
type
at
up Walter the
this.
dog,
It's here's a Walter.
You know, I should probably stop being a dumbass and playing with scissors.
does
I need to
Walter
be very
actually
funny.
have?
Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
I will say I understand the fidgeting
Look
bit
at his
because I have a
frustrating.
fucking slinky that I've been fucking around with my microphone's muted.
I mean, I almost like fucking accidentally. I should
Oh,
preface this
okay,
because
yeah,
it would sound bad if I
okay.
didn't accidentally cut my wrist with the scissor.
Oh,
okay,
goodness.
yeah. That is
I will
a
s-
bullshit.
I will
Thank
say-
you, Mark.
Like opening it up and
Dude,
open
I
and closing it. That's fucking dangerous. I should
Toss
probably.
it to the side.
I will
Sorry,
say,
What?
thankfully,
Didn't say anything, Con.
It's cool.
No,
Anyways,
I mistook Boston and Bull Terrier. Whoops.
resume. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can't see anything.
What do you mean you can't see anything?
It's an infinite loading screen.
Quit out and reload.
I've been disconnected.
You've been disconnected.
Okay. Well, it's Rindy already. Well, Rindy has to reread this.
I read it. Okay.
Well, did Justin cut out? So
Okay. I'll stay out of your hair today. But we should still have supper together.
yeah, we can do that. We spent most of the day in our rooms, a drastic departure from yesterday. I felt kind of bad about lying to Nellie, knowing how excited she was to have me around. But what I said about not being able to concentrate with other people around was just an excuse to get some alone time. Then again, having a little space was probably normal for kids our age. Certainly more so than being attached to at the hip. If Nellie's feelings for me did extend beyond simple familiar love, then I wanted to keep a nice, safe distance. That's just something I wasn't equipped to deal with. A question fluttered in my mind. What did I feel about her? She was a sweet girl, there was no denying that. I was glad to have her as my sister. That was all true as well. And frankly, I did enjoy the affection, which is why I wanted to stay squarely in the brother-sister category. The question was that everything? Was there nothing else to my feelings for her? Deep down in my gut, something told me that wasn't the case.
Mel, I'm begging you, dude.
I'm begging myself. I'm not Mel, wait. I'm begging Mel too. That there was some crucial piece missing. Like a vow of some sort. But what could it be? When I could have made a vow to her. At what point in my life was there even room for such a significant exchange to have taken place? None, as far as I am aware.
I love Japan.
What?
What'd you say?
I just said I love Japan for the funny writing.
The next day, we had school.
Oh, hold up. Audio foible alert.
Yo, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I changed the standard output channel for the thing, so it wasn't getting the game audio.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh wait, hold up a second. That's the microphone
how
audio.
long?
Our microphones?
That too. No, okay, hold up. All right, wait a minute. Why is this being wonky now? What the fuck?
Hey, Chad, if you...
Oh boy.
Just to do this as a test, Danganronpa. Now, please write Danganronpa in chat.
No, don't worry.
Can you hear it?
Like, I know for a fact that you guys can be heard.
Okay, cool. But still write Danganronpa in chat, please.
Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? Hold on a second. Did it default to...
I need
What
12
happened?
other Makoto Naegis to share this post, not like...
I need my fellow Makoto Naegis to share this on their socials. Come on, guys! If we share this enough times, we'll Makoto Naegi the nations.
Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Apologies, they just... Oh, apologies, we had... I guess we just had an accidental Tsukihime session for a little bit, it's fine.
What does that mean?
Tsukihime barely has music. Okay, there's no music, there's just barely music.
And it may as well be.
There's just 3 tracks in the entire visual
And they
novel,
all
and they
sound
loop
like-
One of them
over
is
and over
really good.
and
There's
over.
one of them's really good. Come on.
Well, it's
they
old.
don't
over
and
and
It doesn't
No,
take
wait,
away
they
from the
don't
fact
even
that
play
it's still
over.
a
They
great
don't
song.
play.
Alright,
It's
yeah,
Sometimes
old
it's
and have a
silence.
very small budget.
And sometimes the silence is welcome.
Still got 15 minutes left, everybody. Come on.
The next day we had school. We took the same bus from home and then split up partway. But that didn't stop her from texting me like crazy. I must have had to pull out my phone out between every class. Because by the end of the day, I lost track of how many people had asked if I had gotten a girlfriend.
Red flag.
Hopefully, that would also settle down over time.
Oh my goodness.
I wondered how she would have been if our parents hadn't split up, if we had grown up together, would she be any less clingy? Would she hate me like other girls her age hated their elder brothers? Had we just not been together long enough for her to find anything she disliked about me yet? But something told me she wouldn't be any different, even without those 14 years apart. Was I letting the attention get to my head, though? Or was that just what I wanted to believe? Huh. That there was someone who would love me unconditionally, and that it would be a pure, familiar kind of love, with none of the messiness inherent in the romantic kind. Was I just trying to project that fairy tale ideal onto my sister? Because if that was what I was doing, then I really was the worst kind of human scum. It would mean that I wanted her affection, but only if it was safe and utterly detached from the person giving it.
It was Friday night, almost a week since Mel has moved in. Mel and Mel's dad would be coming back from their vacation tomorrow, meaning this was the last night I would have alone with him. So, if possible, I want to spend as much of it as I could with him. But he'd been strangely distant these past few days. He wasn't being mean to me or anything, and we still made and ate supper together all week. It was lots of fun and all, but it wasn't enough. I want to spend all day with him, like we did on his first day here. Was it asking too much? Was it being too clingy and scared him off? Or was this how things were supposed to be? Today, like every other day this week, we ate supper together and then spent the rest of the evening isolated in our rooms. Most nights I was able to enjoy myself alone just fine, but emptiness won out tonight. Watching videos on my phone, reading the latest big hit book, listening to my favorite albums. I tried everything, but none of it was any fun. Maybe I'll check up on him, see if he wants to have a snack break. Just something nice and casual. Don't put any pressure on him. That one should be okay, right? I done my best all week to not be overly clingy with him. I pretty much earned this last night together, hadn't I?
How many times do I have to tell you? No.
I hear talking. Maybe he's on the phone with someone. But it's rude to eavesdrop, so...
I'll play along with this little family farce for a year, but no longer. But as soon as I turn 18, I am out of here, and that's that.
What?
I'm being self-centered. And you think you're not, Dad. I did everything you asked. The least you can do is let me have this. And anyway...
You're not really living, are you, Mel? After we finally got a chance to live together, too. And what do you mean, family farce?
Nelly! Wait, hold on, slow down. I have to go, Dad. We can talk about this later. Well, this is awkward. Of all the conversations you could have walked in on, you know, it's impolite to walk into someone's room and also advance the text dialogue before someone finished reading it. We can talk. It's polite to eavesdrop, Nelly.
I know, I'm sorry, but I heard you shouting and I just couldn't. Sorry, what was that all about? Tell me, Mel.
Oh, nothing much, really. You know how, at first, you were exactly thrilled about having your family situation suddenly turned upside down. Well, I was the same.
But you sounded fine with it then. Why do you object with me if you weren't happy about it either?
I wasn't against them getting remarried. In fact, I wanted them to. I wasn't about to fight it and risk causing a mess of my plans to move out and go to university next year.
Then what do you call it a farce? You're not making one bit of sense, Mel.
I'm not. I think most people would understand where I'm coming from with a little thought, but I suppose maybe you wouldn't. Considering you grew up with everything you could possibly want.
Why do you sound so bitter? You're not the kind of guy to get worked up like that, Mel.
I'm not, am I? You've known me for exactly a week, and you've seen every side of me now. Have you? Just like I've seen every side of you, right? Well, I'll have you know, I'm actually quite petty and cynical and full of self-loathing. I just keep it hidden away around you. Did you never once stop to consider who was paying the mortgage on this house way too big for the two of you? Did you never wonder who was paying for your clothes and your groceries? Or where your allowance came from? Or how could you afford to go on vacation to Paris? Did it ever occur to you that your mom's job alone wasn't enough to cover all that? Though I guess you don't have to worry about money if you're not struggling with it, huh? Well, all of that was child support from my dad. There's no point in hiding it anymore. The first thing I thought when stepped into this house was, wow, they sure do have it easy. I was more than a little bitter seeing you and your mother living luxurious lives while I could only ever have the bare minimum. You could even say it made me angry. That's what was hiding behind every smile. And there's your mother, who's my mom as well, and yet she... I'm really sorry. I didn't consider any of that. Oh wait, that's you.
Nelly.
Oh. I'm really sorry. I didn't consider any of that. I'm so sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for anything. You're not to blame for anything, and I realize that. I was just taking out my frustrations on you, and for that, I am sorry. I'd feel even worse if you had to grow up in the same conditions as me. But that's why I want to spend as little time here as I can. Seeing your mom with my dad, it's too much for me.
I get why you're not happy about it, but I still wish you'd stay. You're more dear to me than anyone in the world, Mel. Don't want to have to be away from you.
More than anyone in the world, only after a week together. It sure doesn't take much to earn your top spot, huh?
No, it's not true at all. It's more than that. It's so much more than.
Your affection flatters me, but it's a fleeting thing, I promise. Before a year is over, you'll be the one asking me to leave. Every day I'm here is a day you can't live as comfortable as before.
It will not. You're more important to me than fancy lifestyle. My dearest Mel, I don't need nice clothes or sweets or anything else. The only thing I need is my world is you, dearest Mel.
Huh? Dearest Mel, you've never called me that before. It sounds like something you'd hear in a historical novel.
Oh, I'm not sure where it came from either. I just said it without thinking. Please don't think I'm crazy.
Not crazy, but maybe a little weird. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you. As hammy as the name sounds, it's also kind of... I don't know, there's something strangely familiar about it. Which, I guess, makes me weird too, but thanks to all this weirdness, I've managed to cool down. And while I'm being honest with you, Nettie, I kind of wish you had turned out to be unpleasant.
Unpleasant? Why?
Because then I could push you away until I left and not have to feel guilty about it, see? Like I said, I'm anything but a good guy. Now this discussion's over. I'm sorry for all the grief I caused you. You should go get some sleep. My dad and your mom will be back tomorrow, and they'll want us to greet them with a smile. I'll play along with our family facade for the next year and do my best not to make any waves, so don't worry. Good night, Nellie. Go on. Back to your room.
Good night, Mel.
What a wonderful stopping point.
Yes, this seems like the perfect stopping point.
Are we doing the incest again?
What?
Oh boy.
What? I didn't get him.
Yeah.
People are fucking, man. They all have zero kindness for Nelly, I swear to God. She had a fun time. She had a fun day being siblings, and now it's
Listen,
fuck
she wants
you.
to have a fun time being a sibling. She wants to have a good time as a sister. She would take her brother and bang his brains out.
No!
God
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Don't be weird.
Vibes atrocious.
This is being weird.
The vibes are ruined. Thanks, AC.
No problem.
This entire
I
thing
tend to
has
do
been
that.
getting off weird vibes.
RAP being Nelly is suffering because, like, she does have, like, people do treat her, like, without kindness, and I feel really bad
Okay,
for
so
her.
to be fair, I was worried about Nell's position because he's like, "Oh, do I secretly have a crush on her?" And to be fair, he did state that it's familiar.
Well, no,
So
okay, hold on a second. If you'll recall, during the actual story in itself, he brought up a lot of the same points that he did, talking about that kind of, like, weird, unconditional, like, unending love that he was just kind of, like, looking for, and that was sort of, like, setting up Nelly for disaster in and of his own regard. It's just the way that it's like he recognizes that as bad, it's just the way that he's handling in this situation isn't great.
There's also the fact that his dad was spending a lot of money on them on alimony, which, again, he really should keep popping off about that. I'd be pissed too.
yeah, no. Mel should like call his fucking biological mother out and be like, "Hey, fuck you, bitch."
Wait for what? Whoa.
Like, I can see like why he would do that. Okay, like you can see like like a source
Okay,
for that.
well, first of all, run it back because the mom tried to get custody of the both of them. So
She
whatever-
did? What?
Yeah,
Wait, was that
Yeah.
dead?
yeah, it was
Leader
said.
said
Yeah,
I
that.
his
remember.
mom-
I do
they
remember
got me
that
the
much.
text. So whatever fucking
So
bullshit
then
he pulled
maybe
to get, yeah, I better look at the fucking dad, bro.
I want to see
She was
like
deemed unable to take care of both of them, so that she wasn't
Because
allowed to keep both.
because she was sick too. So like honestly,
Yeah.
run it
Respect her, man.
back. The misogyny jumped out.
We'll run it back.
He talks about how his dad was less of a dad and more of a roommate.
Oh yeah, he's fucking okay. Yeah, well,
I
this
might have
that's kind of a piece of shit.
So then we should yell at Mel's dad.
Okay, fine. We've redirected it to the Mel's dad. We have turned the cannon around.
I feel like
Also,
I probably.
Sorry, you want to go ahead first?
I just wanted to say, like, I feel like I probably missed some of the stuff with the dad, but yeah, I would say, like, I would need the both sides of the story of the parents before I make a judgment.
But yeah, at any rate, I genuinely believe you should give Nellie a little bit more credit because, like, she was trying her damnedest to be like, nah, you know what? This is, you know what? I should be responsible, and I shouldn't try to date my biological brother.
No,
It's the same situation in person feelings, but the underlining like motivation and her feelings towards it are completely different.
Yeah, like, that's fair. Like, I think it's like, okay, so I said this, but I think everyone interpreted it as me saying, "Oh, it's gonna turn into incest again," which I did say at first, but I think that was just me trying to make a joke and that it blowing up because, what I actually feel is that I'm glad that they're taking they added like the part because like if they had not stated that like Mel had not like and made sure that like Nell made sure that like I do actually like Nelly, but like specifically not in that like way, it would have made me a little bit worried because they didn't specify.
Yeah.
They did specify, which is fine, and there you go. Like Jesus.
I'm expecting for that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Like again, I don't fucking I never hated Nelly. Like I thought Nelly was fine. I thought this version of Nelly was fine. Although
yeah,
it sometimes a little bit what is
You
it
can
like?
say weird, like in the
and not
it is
I wouldn't say weird, but
It
like
is weird.
I've
minimum.
been like a high schooler who has had like
A step
returned
sister.
feelings. So it's like I was like, well, yeah, like when you're in that side, like sometimes you're curious and want to check them up on them or like see something like that.
I will say I don't think Nelly is really doing anything particularly bad here. It's just she gives off the vibe of a spoiled person.
I find it her strange internal monologue about it. Like she spends a lot of time thinking about this.
I mean, yeah, she's
Like,
struggling with it.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like if you're into someone and then you find out a really good reason you can't be together, those feelings don't just evaporate into the ether this second it happens.
No, they don't.
I'm just saying she
fucking
dwells
don't.
on it a lot.
they're gonna linger.
She's
that's the primary drama. It's the primary drama of the narrative.
It's the primary drama of the narrative. Also, I forget how much time has passed, but it hasn't been that much. It's like I'm in a week.
It's been at least 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2